Welcome back to another Pokemon Sleeper Sunday, where once a month we go through a ton of raw cards, graded cards, and sealed products that I think are being completely slept on. And we are going to do a giveaway today. All we got to do is make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, hit that like, then you got to answer the question of the day. What is your all-time favorite team? If you had to pick 6 Pokemon, no legendaries, this is a card we're giving away today. Beautiful Fennekin promo. And if you guys want to have a good chance, like a really, really good chance of winning a Pokemon Center Fennekin promo, you guys got to download the FANATICS Collect app and go to the Pokebeer channel there under Live and Collect Originals and give it a follow. And then we're giving this away this Sunday night, 7 p.m. Central, where you guys can watch my Market Monday hours before I post it on YouTube completely for free. All you got to do is make sure you're following and be in the actual chat. And I'm even going to call the winner at the very end of the video so you find out right away if you won or not. And I think the last video we had like 25 or 30 people in the actual live stream. So you have a super, super good chance of winning. So definitely check that out. And then we do have to give a quick thanks to our video sponsor, and that is COLLECTR. This app is the best of the best when it comes to tracking your collection. No other app even compares. I have tried every single one of them. And they're always trying to improve too by adding new cards, boxes, and features. So let us know down below if there's anything you want them to add or fix. And then I'll have all the links in the description too. They do so many giveaways. You got to check them out. And then, of course, you guys want to try out PSA for your first time, click the link. Use code BEARD25. You get $25 off. Just got to use a new email for that every time. And same thing with tag. Use the code BEARD102 and you get 10% off your first submission. But all right, let's get into it. So the first thing we're checking out is we got to keep an eye on Black Bolt and White Flare illustration rares. And this video is going to be a little different than our normal Sleeper Sundays because everything's coming down in price right now. So, if something is actually still going down in price, don't just buy it right away. Just watch it, and you might be able to save yourself a few bucks. But the Black Bolt and White Flare illustration rares are literally some of the rarest cards in the entire era because the set is just so massive. And like even if you click on a lot of these, the quantity is so much lower than some other illustration rares. Like this Clang here has 125 quantity, and I'll just click, a random illustration rare here. Here's a Blaziken from Destined Rivals, has 698 quantity. So there's just not nearly as many of these out on the market. So keep an eye on these, and when they get really cheap, like a couple dollars each, might be a good idea to just start stocking up on a ton of these. A lot of these are finally coming down in price. So we got the Bulldor here. Got all the way up to $9.29. Now sitting right around $6. So good time to start picking some of these up. Next, we got some more illustration rares. The Eradicate from Perfect Order was at $3.66. Now it's a $2 card. Really nice card, and you got the whole evolution line in this card. Tauros from Chaos Rising. This was at $52 on pre-release. Now it's a $3.50 card. Another solid card. It's just that these cards come from small sets, so they're never probably going to be, $50, $60 cards, but they could definitely shoot back up in price. Next, we have the Dugong from Phantasmal Flames. Was at $5. Now it's like $4.50 or something like that. Super nice, beautiful card. Next, the Flygon. A little biased with this one, but it's just such a nice illustration where Flygon does not get a lot of love. Pretty popular Pokemon, and you got the full evolution line right there. And it was at $4.30. Now it's at $5.50, so it's actually going up in price. Next, the Blaziken from Destined Rivals was at $15. Now sitting right around $11. I think this is one of the best Blaziken cards. I also think these are super good pickups from Destined Rivals in PSA 10s, which are starting to come down in price. We're going to check one of them in a little bit. But all the illustration rares from Destined Rivals are pretty tough to grade. Next, we have the Infernape. Another really nice, unique illustration rare. Got up to about $16.50. Now last sold all right around $14.50 from Twilight Masquerade. Next, the Marshadow. This card just goes up and down, but we do know its potential. I mean, a year ago, got all the way up to $92, and now you can pick it up for literally $14. Pretty sick. And I feel like a lot of people do not know Marshadow is a mythical Pokemon. So you got a mythical Pokemon right there with Pikachu. And there's even another card that actually goes with it, which is from a different angle. So it's a super special card. It's from Mega Evolution, so not the smallest set. Next, the Articuno from Journey Together. Got up to $28. That sold $18, $20, $21, $22. But I still think it's the best Articuno card we've probably ever gotten. I think it's so much better than our new 30th anniversary one that we're getting to. Next, we have the 30th anniversary illustration first partner promos. Love these. They are starting to come down in price, which is great. Rowlet was at $7. Now it's right around $5. And here's the Score Bunny, one of the newer ones. Was at 19, now we got sales at like 850. But super, super nice cards, especially if they do not just reprint these boxes forever, which I do not think they're going to. So big fan of these for sure. And I already bought a bunch of them. I didn't buy a ton of the Gen 1s just because they're so expensive. And same with the Gen 2s because they're coming down right now. But yeah, if they come down more, I'm just going to get a ton more of these. Next, we have the Alakazam Mega Evolution ETB promo, one of the best ETB promos we've ever gotten. Was at $13. Now you could scoop it up for right around $9. Not bad. It's not very often we get this popular of a Pokemon as an ETB promo. Next, we have the Ends Reshiram Journey Together box topper. Got up to about 23. Now last sold 20, 18, and 19. Love these box toppers. We only have them for 2 sets. And here's the other one, Bulbasaur Mega Evolution box topper. Was at $27. Now you can pick it up right around $22. Super nice cards. And like I said, I just love the box toppers. You can only get them in a booster box. And you got to think, they do not sell booster boxes at Walmart and Target and all that stuff. So I just love them. Next, we have the Eevee EX SIR promo from the SPC. Was at $33. Now you can pick it up right around $25. One of the cheapest special illustration rare promos. And I think it's a pretty solid card. It comes in a pretty expensive box. And it's Eevee. Next, we have the Charizard V from the Charizard UPC. Got up to $60. Now you can pick it up right around $47. Such a slept-on card. I'll say it till the day I die. I mean, him with Venusaur right there. And it goes after the fight from the Charizard V from Brilliant Stars. So sick. And we have the Charizard VMAX from the UPC. Was at $47. Now right around $45. I still feel like this card is so undervalued, especially, I mean, there's just no way when they weren't designing this card that they were not thinking of Godzilla. So this is basically, in my mind, like a Godzilla crossover type card. So I know it's not like official, but it has to be. I mean, the thing looks exactly like Godzilla. It's just so sick. But yeah, $45 to $48, not bad price, especially coming from a $550 UPC. Next, the Mewtwo V from Pokemon Go. Was at $68, now right around $65. I swear, get rid of this Pokemon Go stamp, put it in a new set. Like if this would have been in the 30th anniversary, I mean, I think it'd be double or triple the price. Next, we have the Venusaur from 151, dropping a good amount, got up to like 140. Now all last sold right around 110 to 115. Might drop a little bit more. Like I said, when it's just falling like this, just keep watching it. And once you see it level out for a little bit, then it'd probably be a good time to scoop it up. But it could get to like $95 again. Next, we have the Team Rockets Mewtwo from Ascended Heroes. This card got up to $494, and now you can get it for over $100 off. Last sold $399, $379, $378, $386. I mean, still kind of expensive, but I mean, a lot cheaper than it was. And you never know with this market. People can manipulate this stuff to where I don't think we're actually going to see like a massive crash or anything like that. We're just in a big summer slump, and they want these prices to go down so then that way they can buy it all up and make the prices go back up. Next, we have the Evolutions from the Gem Pack 2. I still feel like are so undervalued. They did go up in price recently, but still, Sylveon $78, Eevee $65, Leafeon $65. Anytime I see these, I basically buy them every time. And same thing with the booster box. Go down in price a couple dollars, but still $78, not a bad price for this box, especially you get 4 Chinese exclusives that you could pull, including the Umbreon here sitting right at $202, was just at like $275. I feel like that's a solid pickup as well. And I think this is one of the better Umbreon cards we've gotten. Next, we got some Steel products. Look at the Destined Rivals ETB. This is cheaper than Prismatic Evolutions. It's cheaper than a lot of different ETBs. Got up to $276. Now last sold all right at $143. Next, the Pitch Black Pokemon Center ETB was at $615 on pre-release. Now last sold all of them right around $130. I do think this thing might get a little bit cheaper as well. Same with the Chaos Rising Pokemon Center ETB. This was at $499. Now last sold $141, $140, $135, $132. I do like the Chaos Rising promo better than the Pitch Black one. Next, the Phantasmal Flames Pokemon Center ETB got up to $375. Now last sold $311, $315, and $310. I think this box has potential to get down to like $270, maybe something like that, which would be kind of nice. Next, the Prismatic SPC is still dropping. got up to 320. Now last sold 269, 270, 263. It's a solid box. You get 15 Prismatic Evolution booster packs, plus you get that beautiful SIR Eevee. Very solid box. Next, we have the 151 UPC, which is starting to level out a little bit. This was at $1,254, and now last sold 880, 870, 869, 890, 924, 900, 950, 975. But, I mean, 860 from 1250 is just insane. And like I said, it's a good time to start buying these dips because I don't think everything's just going to keep free falling. I think eventually stuff will start bouncing back, and I have a feeling this is definitely going to be one of those boxes. Next, Perfect Order Booster Box. Was at $225. Now last sold $176, $183, $169. If you can get this box right around MSRP, I know it's not the best set ever. Probably the worst set in the era, if I had to guess. Because I do like Pitch Black slightly more. I think Darkrai is more popular. And then Chaos Rising has Greninja. But I don't know. It's kind of close with Pitch Black and Perfect Order in my opinion. But yeah, like I said, anything at MSRP is a solid pickup. And same thing with Chaos Rising, dropping pretty quick. Was at $259. Now that's sold $194, $177, $185. Again, same thing. You know, anytime we can get anything close to MSRP in this hobby right now, I'm going to just pick up a couple of them at least. And like I said, I always get a booster box case and then 4 loose booster boxes of every set. So I just need 2 more of these loose booster boxes for the set, and I'm golden. All right, checking out a couple PSA 10 cards. So with so many PSA 10 cards dropping, some of these have not dropped yet, but like the Kabalion here from Black Bolt. Look at this pop, 139 in a 10, 345 in a 9, and last sold is right around $305. These are literally going to be some of the rarest cards in the entire era. I'm not even joking. And I know Gen 5 isn't the most popular, but I feel like it's, you know, middle of the road. I think it's pretty solid. And here's the thing, this card could even come down in price a little bit just because everything is dropping. So this is a good one to keep your eye on, especially if it gets down to like 250 or 220 or anything like that. Yeah, last is at 305. Next, the Ethan's Typhlosion from Destined Rivals. Look at the pop, 4,000 in a 10, 9,800 in a 9. Typhlosion does not get a lot of love. Probably the best Typhlosion card we've ever gotten. Was at 382. Now last sold is 294. So basically $100 off its high, and it's actually pretty difficult to grade. There's even 2,600 eights. Such a sick card, and in my opinion, the best illustration rare from Destined Rivals. And last on the list, keep an eye on these 151 illustration rares. Here's the Charmander, was at 760. Now right around 590. These are also pretty difficult to grade. 8,800 in a 10 and 19,678 in a 9. And there's 7,108s and 1,400 7s. And everybody's going to collect 151. So very solid card to pick up. I do think it will get a little bit cheaper. Same with all the other cards from 151. Because they're just starting to drop in price. The Charmander has actually dropped the most out of all the other cards in the set, or out of the illustration rares. Because I like the illustration rares because they're so difficult to grade. But all right, that was this month's Pokemon Sleeper Sunday. If you guys like this content, want to stay ahead of the market, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and comment. And I'll be vending in St. Louis, Missouri at the very end of the month, July 31st through August 2nd. Use the code POKEBEARD to receive $5 off your tickets. I hope to see you there. I'm bringing all my life-size statues, including my brand new life-size Psyduck. But all right, I want you guys to have a great day, and you guys got to watch my newest vending video where someone gave me a 151 Charizard card to give away to a kid. You got to check it out. Click the video above. We're also doing a giveaway in it. And then, of course, if you guys want to watch any of my other vending videos, you can click the playlist above also. All right, see you next time.